Compressed eating window for women can be very beneficial if done properly. Dr. Mindy Pelz with Dr. Shawn Baker.
There's a couple of detrimental sides, and that's where people do the same style of fast over and over and over again. The second area that fasting can be detrimental is for women right before their cycle. We're trying to make progesterone then, and progesterone's very susceptible to spikes in cortisol. And cortisol, fasting's like exercise. It can create an increase in cortisol, which ultimately can cause a woman to start to bring her progesterone levels down. That can make her miss cycles. So there are people who have extreme adrenal fatigue. They've got to fast differently. Diabetics, amazing for diabetics, but we got to go slow and methodical about it. Let's start with women who have a normal cycle. If you have a normal cycle, the first part of your cycle, like day 1 until you ovulate, so that would be about day 10, day 11, your body is trying to make a hormone called estrogen. And you will be very efficient at making estrogen, specifically the protective estrogens, by keeping yourself insulin sensitive. So the longer fast, carnivore diet, getting yourself in ketosis in that first part of your cycle from day 1 to day 10 is imperative. That is when women should be leaning into the longer fast if she chooses to do that. Then when we hit ovulation, which is about this short little 4-day window from like day 11 to day 15, you've got all your hormones at their max. So you've got estrogen at its highest, you've got testosterone. Progesterone comes in a little bit then, but not a ton. So I actually encourage women to go stick closer to like a 15-hour fast at that point. Women need to be able to have a healthy gut to break down estrogen. So a carnivore diet would be phenomenal there. Get an upregulation of T regulatory cells so that you have like a calm, efficient immune system. Great during that time.
T regulatory cells are a subpopulation of T cells. They modulate the immune system. They maintain tolerance to self-antigens. They prevent autoimmune disease.
Then when we come out of ovulation, you can go back into the deeper fast. You can go back there's a little 4-day window, about day 16 to day 20, where you can fast a little deeper. But then day 21, your body's making progesterone and you stop fasting. And you don't want to be in keto. You want to lean into foods that are more focused on building progesterone. So these are not keto foods. These are more squashes and potatoes, and grass-fed beef is a great food for building up progesterone. But everything has to dramatically change in your cycle around day 20. So that's typical for a woman with a normal cycle. Men, when they go into fasting, they just drop weight, and you pair that with the carnivore diet, and boom, like your health will just go to a whole nother level. Women, we have to mind the cycle that I just showed. So if you are moving in and out of the different length fasts, like I explained, and you are avoiding fasting the week before your period, then losing weight will feel as effortless as it often feels for men.
Compressed eating window for women can be very beneficial if done properly. Dr. Mindy Pelz with Dr. Shawn Baker. There are some detriments to fasting that we should be aware of. The same fasting style over and over can be less effective. For women, right before their cycle, they are trying to make progesterone, which is susceptible to spikes in cortisol. Fasting creates an increase in cortisol, causing progesterone levels to come down. That can lead to missing cycles. Some people need to fast differently. People with extreme adrenal fatigue, for example, and those who are diabetics. It is amazing for them, but they need to go slow and methodical. Women with a normal cycle, from day 1 to 10, they're trying to make estrogen. They can be very efficient at making the protective estrogens if they are insulin sensitive. So a longer fast, carnivore diet, getting into ketosis, all are helpful. During ovulation, day 11 to 15, all hormones are at a max, estrogen and testosterone. Progesterone comes in a little then. Dr. Pelz recommends 15-hour type of fasting. During ovulation, day 11 to 15, the healthy gut breaks down estrogen. The carnivore diet is ideal. This can help to upregulate T regulatory cells. T regulatory cells are a subpopulation of T cells. They modulate the immune system. They maintain tolerance to self-antigens. They prevent autoimmune disease. After ovulation, day 16 to 20, you can go back into fasting. Day 21, the body is making progesterone. Stop fasting. Eat non-keto type diet like squashes, potatoes. Grass-fed beef is ideal. Men, when fasting, fairly easily drop weight. When paired with the carnivore diet, they have a boom. Their health goes to a higher level. Women have to mind the cycle, as Dr. Pelz has discussed, moving in and out of fasting at the appropriate times and avoiding fasting the week before their period. Dr. Pelz says, then losing weight can feel as effortless as for men.
Annotated and summarized. Easy to share with loved ones.
To view and print these summary notes, see the description below the video title. To view and keyword search this channel's hundreds of videos organized by topic and by doctor, go to doctorstotrust.com.